Hello, I'm Tim McMurray, and I'm excited to introduce you to the People's Phone. What is the People's Phone? The People's Phone is a smartphone designed entirely around end-user serviceability and upgradability. So, the motivation for making a device like this is the likes of Samsung, Google, Apple, and LG make these wonderful, wonderful smartphones, but they cost a lot of money, and they seem to go through a roughly 2-year planned obsolescence life cycle, where once your phone hits about 2 to 3 years old, you'll notice that it starts to slow down, the battery's degrading, and it can't run the latest software, things of this nature. And once that happens, we kind of just throw the entire device away, even though a lot of it still works. The screen is still good, the cameras are still good, the speaker and I/O for charging the battery, all of that is still good. The only thing it can really benefit from a replacement of is the compute module. The last problem is that these devices are extremely difficult, if not impossible, to repair. Everything on them is really small, they're glued together. These are really not meant to be serviced anywhere else but the manufacturer. The solution is the People's Phone. The People's Phone strives to be fully user serviceable and upgradable. And the way it achieves this is by being module based. So this phone, the main body comes apart into two pieces. You've got the top and the bottom. So 2 screws pull off this bottom half, and all of the modules can slide in and out of the phone. Let's take a look at that in more detail. So this picture on the right shows us the case and how it comes apart. And the picture up top here shows us the stack up, the sandwich that is going on inside the phone. So we've got our main body here. We've got the screen module that can slide in and out. We've got a motherboard printed circuit board, and this will handle all the electrical connections to the modules via some spring-loaded pins. And then on top, we've got our back modules. This photo shows us a little bit more detail. This is the case with the motherboard installed, but no modules. So we can see the front where the screen would attach, and it's got plenty of space on the motherboard to make all the electrical connections it needs for the screen, home button, speakers, cameras, etc. And on the rear, we have these sets of holes in the center of each of the rear modules, and these line up with corresponding holes in the modules themselves. This lets us make the electrical connections just via some spring-loaded pins, and we can slide modules in and out as we wish. No soldering, no electrical connectors involved. So now let's talk about the options that we have for these modules, because we can do quite a lot. We can make them do whatever we want. We can make them a battery. We can make one the compute module that houses your processor and RAM. We can make one a camera, and we can make different types of cameras. We can have different types of I/O. We can do USB-C, different speakers, video connections. We can add different modems or radios. We can add extended modules. This was a little concept I had where if we didn't care about the size of the phone or the weight of the phone, and we only really cared about battery life or more electronics, we can do that. We can just add more modules, bigger modules. And this also opens up the door for third-party accessories, because if we have the standard form factor for cell phone modules, that will open the door for third parties to come out with whatever they want. They can make a module that holds your earbuds for you or adds a jack, whatever the heart desires. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of a smartphone like this? The primary advantage is complete and total flexibility. We can pick the hardware that goes into this phone. So if you are a businessman who does a lot of overseas travel, you can have a second modem that works with the Asian and European cell phone networks. If you're someone that cares a lot about battery life, you can just have a bunch of extended battery modules on your phone. If you're someone who takes a ton of pictures, you can have a really fancy camera module. Or if you're in the trades, HVAC, electrician, you can put a thermal camera on your phone. The other advantage in terms of flexibility is that we can pick the colors. These modules can be whatever color we want. We'll see in a future slide that they're made out of plastic, and we can make any color of the rainbow. So the end user has complete flexibility over the hardware that's going into their phone, as well as the way their phone looks. The other benefits are that this is extremely easy to repair and easy to upgrade. If in the future we decide that we don't want something, or it is obsolete and needs to be replaced, we can just swap out the module. There's no need to replace the whole phone, no need to throw the whole device away. The big disadvantages of a device like this, however, are that the device is bigger and bulky due to the module-like nature. We can't get the Apple thin and light. And this also sacrifices water and dust resistance. There's a lot of places in the phone that water and dust can creep and accumulate that would not make this phone as durable as some of the modern smartphones in that category. However, if you were to drop your phone and break it, all you'd need to do was slide the screen out and slide a new one in. Let's talk about how we're going to manufacture this. So the body should be made out of CNC machined and anodized aluminum. This will give us a really strong platform to hold everything together. The modules themselves don't have a lot of structure connecting them to one another. That is the job of the frame. The anodizing also gives us a nice hard coating on the outside of the aluminum, so it's scratch resistant and a little bit more durable. Now for the modules, those should be made out of injection molded plastic, and we want a high-end durable plastic, something that's really tough and can stand the test of being dropped and in your pocket all day. So for that, we've chosen nylon to be injection molded to make these modules. The body being made out of anodized aluminum also means we can add on to the customizability of the device. Anodizing doesn't only come in black, it comes in a wide variety of colors. So, let's just talk briefly about what we've just discussed. The People's Phone is a phone for life. It's able to be fully customized both in hardware and aesthetics. It's extremely easy to repair. You only need a screwdriver and some hands. And it's made out of durable materials, aluminum and nylon. It should not break on you. Thank you. That's the People's Phone.